building back better skills for economic recovery and inclusion. In a matter of months, COVID-19 has changed the way the world of work operates. The pandemic has caused massive labor market disruptions. According to the ILO, 8.8% of global working hours, equivalent to 255 million full-time jobs, were lost in 2020. The situation has changed individuals, employers, and workers to adapt to new ways of operating, calling for quick development response to address the impact of the pandemic on the labor market, which has clearly gone beyond health boundaries into major social and economic crises. For Africa, with high levels of informality and weak social protection systems, the pandemic reversed social gains of previous periods. Nearly 4 million jobs have been lost. Time is of essence in developing response measures. Policymakers need some level of certainty to establish the skills and competencies that are critical for economic recovery and for reintegrating workers who have lost jobs and/or new job seekers. The emerging entry points for new employment opportunities, particularly for young people in sectors with labor demand spikes arising from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The CIFA program, with the technical support of the ILO, responded to this situation by supporting countries to conduct rapid assessments to identify the skills needs arising from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on the labor market. Results from the assessments conducted in 8 countries signaled that the most affected workers were the recent entrants into the labor market, mostly youth, and that technology-enhanced learning and digital skills will play a critical role in fostering economic recovery. In Namibia, for example, the assessment identified the use of digital communication technologies as one of the critical skills needed to get people back to work safely and to help limit the career-scaring effects of the pandemic. In general, the rapid assessments have shown that workers with a repertoire of relevant skills had more flexibility to navigate the effects of the pandemic on their work situations compared to workers with limited skills sets. Like most other life shocks, COVID-19 had unseen benefits. In Ghana, the rapid assessment established that the pharmaceutical industries experienced growth due to increased demands for treatment drugs, which in turn encouraged importation. The lockdown measures brought about innovations as pharmaceutical shops adopted social media marketing and courier delivery services to reach clients. This saw substantial investments in motorbikes and in contractual services for deliveries. The COVID-19 pandemic has definitely brought about a sense of urgency in innovation, requiring labor market players to pivot and act quickly, as the production of new goods and services will require new sets of capabilities and competencies. What is evident is that employers will need to enhance the involvement in training and reskilling of workers if they are to get the competencies they need to support recovery. At the same time, workers will have to proactively upgrade these skills or acquire new skill sets in order to remain relevant and employable in the currently dynamic labor markets. The COVID-19 pandemic is a painful wake-up call for Africa to build more resilient, inclusive, and responsive training systems and labor markets. This underscores the ILO's global call to action for a human-centered recovery from the COVID-19 crisis, a recovery that is inclusive, sustainable, and resilient.